evening and welcome again to the Play Space Live. I'm Keith Avalon from Play Games. Sam is running the board and we are going to play some baseball tonight, 1940 style. Opening day, 1940, an historic day in big league baseball, the only opening day no-hitter ever thrown by Bob Feller of the Cleveland Indians against the Chicago White Sox in 40-degree weather at Comiskey Park in Chicago, about 14,000 people on hand. And we thought we'd try to recreate it here with a card set. We actually released this card set in the April Sports Ping, and we just released the card set itself, the full 1940 card set. So we thought, what better way to celebrate than by getting the cards out and see if we can recreate that no-hitter. We decided, I was toying around with the idea of, giving Bob Feller an extra manager perk because, kind of spiff him up for this game. So I decided to go ahead and give him the extra half quality. He'll be a full ace for this game instead of the semi-ace that his card stipulates. And I don't typically use the weather chart, to be honest with you, but I thought, well, this game was played in 40-degree weather, so weather really was kind of an important part of the game. So we will use the cold weather effects from the History Maker Baseball weather chart. Basically, three things to remember. And hopefully you'll help me remember them. I won't forget them. I don't think I've ever used the cold weather effect before. So each pitcher is going to get an extra inning of freshness, which for this era would be 5 innings of freshness, then 3 innings of semi-fresh. So complete game is definitely not out of the question. The ballpark is extended to be a little bit bigger because the ball is moving slower. So this will be a big ballpark instead of semi-big. And essentially, whenever we get a drama result, if the black die is the lead die, then we will bump everybody's fielding grade up 1. So everybody is pretty much going to be iron if the lead die is black. There are some gold fielders on the field. They'll be neutral. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's get rolling here. So as you can see, we've got our umpires. We've got our cards set up. There were only 3 umpires for that game. I don't know why that was. But there was no second base umpire for this game. We're using the historical umpires. Bill McGowan at first base, Lou Coles at third base. Harry Giesel is the home plate umpire, and he is strict. Now, in this game, if you remember the liner notes that came with this little mini card set, Bob Feller, although he threw the no-hitter, he did not really have his best stuff that day. He walked 5 batters, and there were a couple of errors. In fact, at one point, I believe it was the second inning, he loaded the bases and was just about on the verge of being pulled from the game. So it's kind of a quirky event in big league history, and we're going to see how it plays out here on our History Maker Baseball tabletop. Let's get rolling. Eddie Smith on the mound for Chicago, pitching to the Indians. Lou Boudreau leading off, and we are underway at Comiskey Park, 1940, April 16th. 1-5-6. Is Boudreau a whiffer? He's not. Right away, we got outfield drama. The lead die is not black, however, it's blue. So we'll go to the normal chart. And let's see. Outfield drama. 56. Is the left fielder iron? No, there's no iron. Only the third baseman is iron, and that would be for Chicago. So that'll be a looping fly ball. That is an easy fly out. Lou Boudreau flies out. We go to Roy Weatherly. 2-2-6. I'm going to try to make it a point to remember the base runners, too. I typically don't play with base runners. And I always forget to put them on there, but I know you're watching and one of those base runners represented. 2-2-6, batter hit by pitch. But we did not get the decider dot, and he's not the cleanup batter, so it's just a fly out to left field. He's not a whiffer, so an easy fly out for Weatherly. And that brings up Ben Chapman for the Indians. 1-3-4. Gold catcher. Let's see. I should remember that. Catching is... No, it's Tresh. Mike Tresh is not gold. And Chapman is not a champion batter, so we're gonna have outfield drama again. And the lead die is black. So this time we're gonna reduce everybody's fielding grade. I guess I need to probably roll the decider die on this. There are some semi-fielders. 26. Center fielder. Oh, it's center fielder stoic, so we're not even going to have to check that. Let's see. The center fielder for the Sox is Krevich. I better check and see if he's stoic. I don't think he is. No, he's not. So he's going to make the catch. And in the cold weather, it's 3 easy flyouts to end the inning for the Indians. We go to the bottom of the first. It's no score. Cleveland and Chicago. Let's put Chapman on the bottom of the pile. Bob Kennedy leading off for the White Sox. And Feller on the mound. Full ace. 5-6-6. Not Wild. Is the batter a good eye? He is not, so Bob Feller's going to lead off with a strikeout. Strikes out Kennedy. Let's make our hot and cold batters. We'll just go with the default. Weatherly will be hot, and Mac will be cold. Cool will be hot. Tresh will be cold. I like that rule. It's kind of a homebrew rule somebody came up with. The default decisions for hot and cold if you're, playing an off game. All right, so Kennedy strikes out, and here comes Cool. Joe Cool. What a great name. Isn't that? I think that's maybe where the Peanuts, Snoopy's nickname came from. 1-1-3. Ace or dynamic? Yes, Feller's an ace. So it's going to be a ground out to the first baseman. Easy ground out. To Trotsky. 2 down. Here's Mike Krevich, who made the play in the outfield a few minutes ago. 1-1-6. Is he fresh? Yep. Wow, 2 strikeouts for Feller. He's on a roll to start the game. And we go to the top of the second inning. It's still no score. Let's put Krevich on the bottom here. So we're get the right batter up to start off the next inning. All right, Trotsky leads off for the Indians. 566, not Wild. Is he a good eye? He is semi-good eye, but did not get the dot, so he is going to strike out. I forgot to use the, I'm already made a mistake. I forgot to use the right now result on that last strikeout. So, actually, that would have been, it wasn't out anyway, so we'll go ahead and leave that as it was. So 5-5-6 is going to be a strikeout, but this time we're going to go to the right now chart for Heath. Let's see, Heath. Get Trotsky to the bottom of the pile, and Heath on the right now chart. So everybody's going to be basically neutral here, except semi-hot for Smith. And we roll a 23. Cold pitcher, no. Towering fly out to the center fielder, and we go to Keltner. Ken Keltner up for the Indians. Back to the regular chart. And it's 3-3-4. Ace or star. Let's see. He is a star, so it's a pop out to the first baseman. And Keltner goes second 1-2-3 inning for the Indians, and it's still no score as we head to the bottom of the second. Moose Salters will lead off for the White Sox. Their left fielder. Left fielder. Yes, that's correct. 1-2-6. Let's see, against Feller. Feller is fresh, so it's a line out to the second baseman. And that brings up Luke Appling, who I believe was 40 years old at this point. I believe so. I think he was. I might be remembering that wrong. 1-2-2. Workman pitcher, no. Champ or whiffer. He is a semi-champion, but did not get the dot. That's a good thing in this case. Well, actually, it would have been a nubbed infield single, so it's not a good thing. It's a line out to the third baseman. So Appling lines out. And that will bring up Wright, Taffy Wright, who is the right fielder. And there we go, the pitch, 1-5-6. It's going to be another drama result, I think, unless he's a whiffer, and he is not. So it's an outfield drama. However, the lead die is not black, so we're going to use normal fielding for this on this cold, blustery day at Comiskey Park. It's outfield drama. 15, left fielder Gold. So let's see. That's going to be Heath. He's not Gold. It's going to get past Heath for a single to left field. We'll use chemistry, so that will break up the no-hitter. Didn't want to mention it, but we lost our no-hitter early. So Wright is on base with a single, and that'll bring up McNair. We're going to go to the chemistry chart. We're going to make both teams harmony for this. So much for the no-hitter. Feller with a strong start, but Wright with a single to break it up. 16 on the chemistry batting team distance. No, that's going to be a walk. So now we got runners on first and second. And Mike Tresh is up. And here's the situation that actually happened in real life where it's like, I think maybe we need to get Feller out of there. We'll see what happens, though. So Tresh is batting. 1-2-4. Control. He does have control. It's going to be a double play. That'll end the inning. Well, only needed one out, but ground out to the first baseman. Easy play. So nobody scores, but the hit ends the no-hitter. However, Eddie Smith's still pitching a no-hitter. We'll see how that goes. Top of the third with the White Sox and the Indians tied 0-0. No score. All right, so Hemsley's going to lead off. Raleigh Hemsley for the Indians. 4-4-5. Is he a workman pitcher? He's not. Patient? No, it's a ground out to the first baseman. So Hemsley grounds out. That brings up Ray Mack, the second baseman for the Indians. 1-4-6. Does Smith have flash? He does. He's going to strike him out unless he's a good eye, and Ray Mack is not. So a strikeout, second strikeout for Eddie Smith. And we have 2 down, and Feller at bat. 1-2-5. Struggler? No. He's not patient. So it's going to be is he a whiffer? I believe he is a whiffer. Let me just see. Yep, he is. So Feller strikes out, and that'll do it for the Indians. 3 up, 3 down, and we go to the bottom of the third with no score. Cleveland and Chicago. Leading off will be the pitcher, Eddie Smith, for the White Sox. 1-5-6. Is he a whiffer? I better check. He is a semi-whiffer, and he's got the dot. So strikeout for Smith. That's Feller's third strikeout. Kennedy up to bat for the White Sox. Bob Kennedy, the third baseman, 1-3-3. Is he a slugger? He's a scrapper. So it's a fly out to left field. Gets a piece of the ball, but not much. Doesn't carry very far in this 40-degree weather at Comiskey Park. And here's Cool. His second at bat. He grounded out his first at bat. It's a 2-4-6. Control? Semi-control. So Feller does not have control for this pitch. Is Cool eager or sad sack? He's not. It's going to be a walk. And if he were active, he would have stolen, but that's Feller's second walk. Oops, I once again forgot to clear the bases there. Here's Krevich with a man on and 2 outs. Struck out his first at bat. 2-5-6. He's not a struggler. Champion or patient, he's neither. So it'll be infield drama. The lead die is not black, however. So we'll use normal fielding ratings, 36. Third baseman, Gold. Let's see. That's Keltner is Gold. He makes the play. Ken Keltner, bad hop, but the pitcher, but saves the play. I'm sorry. It's a crazy bouncing ground. I was reading the 44 result. Crazy bouncing grounder, but Keltner recovers nicely to make the play. It's a ground out, and we'll use chemistry for this next at bat. So that'll end the inning. Nice play by Keltner. No scores to go to the top of the fourth, and we're going to use chemistry to lead off the top of the fourth for the Indians. And it'll be, let's clear the bases here. Boudreaux leading off, who flew out in his first at bat. Both teams full harmony on opening day 1940. 34. Batting team harmony, yes. So Boudreaux waits for his pitch and smacks a single into the outfield. We got our first base runner for the Indians. Here's Weatherly, who also flew out in his first at bat. You go back to the regular charts. 1, 3, 4. Gold catcher. Let's see. No, Tresh is not Gold. Champion batter, he's not. So it looks like we're going to use drama again. Outfield drama. And again, the lead die is not black. Outfield drama. So Weatherly knocks it to the outfield. 25. Center fielder iron, no. Running grab, looping liner out. If the lead die would have been black, that would have been iron. So it's a fly out. 1 down. Boudreaux holds it first. And that brings up Chapman. No score as we hit into the fourth inning. 2-2-6. That is the hit by pitch, but again, there's no dot, so it just gets by him. He is not the cleanup batter. Trotsky is. So it's a fly out to left field unless he is a Swiffer, and he is not. So it's a fly out again for Chapman. 2 down. Boudreaux hanging out on first base. Here's Trotsky. 3-3-4. Ace or star. Yep, Eddie Smith is a star, so it's a pop out to the first baseman. And that'll end the inning. The threat ends. Nobody off. Nobody across the plate. We're still scoreless as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Leading off will be Salters for the White Sox. Moose Salters, who lined out in his first at-bat. Bob Feller, still fresh. He'll be fresh for 5 innings because of the cold weather. 2-4-6. Yeah, let's see. Control. Feller has control, yes. Ground out to the pitcher. So it gets Salters on an easy grounder. And that brings up Luke Appling. 1-3-4. Is the catcher gold? Helmsley is semi-gold. Got the dot, yes. Got on a strikeout unless he's a good eye. Oh, and he is. Well, if I roll another dot. Dottie's good eye. Yep, so that will be ground out. No strikeout for Appling. But nobody on, so nobody to advance. And we go to 2 out, and Taffy Wright's got the only hit of the game right now for the Sox. And facing Feller with 2 down in the 4th. 5-5-6. Wild? No. Good eye. He is a good eye, so it's a foul tip. He's still at bat. Avoids the strikeout. 4-4-6. Star pitcher, he's not a star. Sad sack, utility, or patient. He is none of those. He's going to get a single to right field. And we got another base runner for the White Sox. So his patience paid off there. His good eye, I should say. And he managed to sneak out a hit there. 2 down, though. Man on first. McNair up now for the White Sox. Facing Feller. 2-4-4. Is he an ace? He is. Fly out to center field will end the inning. So Feller gets him. And that keeps it scoreless as we head to the 5th inning. Leading off for the Indians will be Heath, who flew out in his first at-bat. Been a pretty fast-paced game so far. 1-5-6. Is he a whiffer? He's not. We got outfield drama, but again, the lead die is not black, so it'll be just regular fielding ratings here. 1-6. Right fielder stoic. All right, let's see. The right fielder is Chapman. Is Chapman stoic? No, hold on. I'm off there. The right fielder. We're talking about the right. It's Heath who's batting, so the right fielder for the Sox is going to be Wright. Is Wright stoic? Semi-stoic. Did I roll that decider die? I don't think I did. Dottie's stoic. No, he's not stoic. So he's going to make the play. It'll be an out. So an out for Heath, a fly out for Heath. That will bring up Keltner, who made the big play, the big defensive play a couple innings ago. He flew out in his first at bat. 1, 2, 3. That's the flash and fresh result. So Smith does not have flash. So it's going to be a ground out. And that will bring up Hemsley, who grounded out in his first at bat. And we got a 3-6-6. Pinch hitter, he's not. Flies out to center field. So a lazy fly ball. It's grabbed by Krevich, and that will end the inning. We're still scoreless as we head to the bottom of the 5th. And leading off for the White Sox will be Mike Tresh, who grounded out his first at bat. Feller, who has now given up 2 hits, struck out 3 over 4 innings of pitching. He'll be fresh for 5. 2-4-4. He's an ace. Fly out to center field. So Tresh with the big fly out. Here's Eddie Smith, who, of course, will bat. 3-6-6. And he flies out to center field. If I'd used the pinch hitter, gosh, would have had a hit there. Oh, well. Second guessing. So here's Bob Kennedy, the leadoff batter, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 466 control. Bob Feller does have control, so that is going to be pitch red, single to left field. Kennedy gets a hold of something he likes. A little bit too much stuff on it for Feller. And we got a man on base for the White Sox with 2 out. Here's Joe Cool. And Cool's got one of the few base runners for the Sox so far. He drew a walk back in the 3rd inning. 4-4-6. Is Feller a star? Ooh, he's not. Sad sack utility or patient? Nope, it's going to be a single to right field. He's not active, so that will move the base runners 2. So we've got Kennedy moving to 3rd, and Cool's on 1st. 2 are out, and Krevich is up, who is struck out and grounded out. Wow. So a little bit of action in the Indians bullpen, most likely at this point, although we're only in the 5th inning. They're going to obviously play deep for the outs. 3-5-6. Same. Oh, he got him. Struck him out. They're both right-handers, so a big strikeout for Feller will save the inning and keep it scoreless as we head into the 6th inning. Still no score. White Sox and Indians. That's the closest we've had to getting somebody across the plate. Go to the top of the 6th now. Let's put Krevich on the bottom of the pile here. Leading off will be Ray Mack, who struck out in his first at bat. Eddie Smith, who has given up just 1 hit and struck out 3. 2-5-6 as we start the 6th inning. Struggler, no. Champion or patient, he is not. We're going to have infield drama, and this time the lead die is black. 45. So is the shortstop iron? Well, he might be. Let's see. So the shortstop, let's see here. Shortstop for is Appling, and he would be iron in this weather because I believe he's neutral. Let's take a look. Yep. So that's going to be an error on Appling. Hold on, 45. Read the proper text here. So he bobbles the ball, safe at first on error. So you can forgive him for the error. It's a little bit chilly out there, 40 degrees. So an error on Appling will put Mack on base. A weather-related error, let's call it that. And that will bring up Feller, who I guess we'll have him. I guess we'll have him bunt. I don't know. I'm not much on calling for bunts. What is his batting rating? He's utility. All right, Dot. He's gonna bunt. All right, he's gonna bunt. Here's the bunt. And it's a 6. It's, oh no, 3. It's a pop out, and the runner holds. So a pop out bunt for Feller, and that will keep Mack at first base with 1 down. Back to the top of the order is Lou Boudreau. 1-3-4. Gold catcher. No, Trash. That's like the 3rd check on Trash, but he is not. And he's not a champion, so it'll be outfield drama. And again, this time the lead die is not black, so it'll be normal fielding. Outfield drama. Ball's hitting in the outfield. Boudreau connects. 15. Left fielder gold. That is going to be Solters, who's just neutral. So it'll be a single left field. Boudreau gets us his 2nd base hit of the game, and that is going to move. It's going to move Mack to 2nd, and we are going to go to chemistry for this next at bat. There's only 1 out. Both teams at harmony. Little chatter from the dugouts. So this is the Indians' first threat here. 44. Pitching team dissonance. No. Deep fly out to center field. So that's a welcome out for the Sox. Weatherly drives it to center field, and Krevich makes the catch. Bringing up Chapman. 2 down now. Runners on 1st and 2nd. Here's Ben Chapman. We're back to the regular chart. 1-3-6. Is he an ace? Eddie Smith is not an ace. Is Chapman a whiffer or cold? He is neither. So we have infield drama this time. And oh, look at that. The lead die is black. So it's going to have another weather-related result here. Let's just see. So Chapman puts it in the infield, 11. Is the pitcher iron? He is going to be iron. Yes. Botched play on the ground or to the mound. Safe at first on the error. Everybody's just going to. So another cold weather error there. 2 in the same inning, and now the bases are loaded though. It was just kind of bobbled in the box, and that brings up Trotsky with the bases loaded. Smith is shaking his head, saying, "Oh my gosh, why did I? That was an easy play. Could have gotten out of this." Trotsky says, "Give me that pitch. I want to knock this thing out of here." And here we go. I want to make sure I didn't miss the... Yes, it is going to be a chemistry result. So we're going to go to the chemistry chart next. Well, that could be interesting. All right, here we go. Bases loaded. Chemistry. Both teams full harmony. So this could go well for either team. 12. Batting team dissonance. Nope. Uh-oh. Fence. The happy Indians. So Trotsky looking for the fence. He is a slugger. 4. So he's going to knock a triple. It's going to clear the bases, and that will give the Indians the lead. A 3-run triple. 2 of them are unearned. Actually, I think they're all unearned because of the errors. But 3 runs across. That'll be Boudreaux and Chapman and Mack. So 3 in for the Indians. And there's Trotsky sitting at third base. Well, at this point, what do we got? 2 outs. I think we'll leave Smith in. Should be able to get this out. 2-4-5. Oh, that's the hero result, but he's not a hero. So it'll be a pop out to the second base. We will use the experience chart for the next at bat, and that will end the 6th inning, but not before the Indians put 3 runs across the plate and grab the lead 3-0. Only 2 hits allowed to this game for Smith, but those 2 errors were costly. All right, so we go to the, let me clear the bases. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th. Chicago trailing 3-0. And leading off will be Salters. Feller's still on the mound with a 3-run lead now, 2-3-5. Not wild. Is Salters eager? He is not eager. And he's not patient, so just a simple ground out to the second baseman. Here's Appling, who made that costly error that got the whole rally started. Last inning for the Indians, 2-2-3. Wild, no. Slugger or utility? He is neither. It's a single to left field. Because the slugger would have swung too hard and struck out. So it's a single to left field. He's not active, obviously. But Appling gets on base. And the White Sox have something going in the bottom of the 6th. 1 out. Here's Taffy Wright. Oh, we were supposed to. You know what? We were supposed to use the. I'm gonna back that up because we were supposed to use the. We were supposed to use the experience chart for that. I want to make sure I'm playing my own game correctly. So let's go back to the experience chart, which we're going to lead off we're going to lead off with Salters. I don't know why I remembered that just now. Let me go back here. So Salters lead off against Feller. It would be semi-icon versus nothing. And Feller at this point was 21 years old, so he'd already pitched a couple of years I think 3 years in the big leagues. So let's go ahead and back this up here and let Salters roll on the proper chart here. 15 prospect batter, no. So that'll be prospect batter would have lost his focus, but instead he gets a single. So Salters gets a single out of it. That'll change things up. And now Appling, who will get a chance to redeem himself. We go back to the regular chart, and we're back on track. All right, so Appling with a man on. This is dangerous territory to be pitching to Luke Appling. 1-3-5. It's an unusual result. Oh, boy, here we go. It's a ballpark result. So because of the weather, Comiskey Park is considered to be a big park for this game. And here we go. 25. Small ballpark? No. So it's caught near the left field fence. That ball just kind of was hit well by Appling, but just kind of died. And that'll keep Salters on first base. 1 out now. And we go back to the regular chart. Here's Wright, who's gotten 2 base hits. Bless you. 1-1-6. Is he fresh? Feller, does he have? He's got some freshness, but he didn't get the dot, so that's not going to be a fresh result. Utility or sad sack? No, not Taffy Wright. It's going to be a single left field and a delta result, although he doesn't have a delta reading. So Wright's going to knock out a single. We're going to have 2 men on now with only 1 out. And the White Sox are threatening. So here's McNair, who's so that's three base hits, 3 for 3 for Wright, who's clearly the guy that's keeping the White Sox in it. Here's McNair. Feller starting to look a little ragged here. Uh-oh, 1-1-1. Oh, he is an ace, though. So it'll be a double. Yes, it'll be a double play. Oh, a big double play. To the third baseman, Keltner makes the play. The Gold Glove third baseman. Well, that got Feller out just like that. The inning is over. That's what they needed. Play was at third, and there we go. Top of the 7th. It's still 3-0 Cleveland. Woo! Cleveland fans are relieved. All right, so we go to the top of the 7th now, and Smith's still on the mound. He's pitched well. Only 2 hits. And leading off will be Keltner, who just made that great play at third base to save Feller's hide. There's the leadoff, 1-6-6. Workmen are gilded. We're not in a gilded era, and he's not a working pitcher, so is he a whiffer? No, so it'll be a ground out to the third baseman. Keltner will ground out, and we'll use experience for the next at-bat. Hemsley is an icon. Smith is neutral, so advantage to the catcher. 55. It's full count. Batter steps out of the box. Timeout. Play resumes. Roll the decider die for base on balls or a strikeout. So here we go. It's ball 4. Nope. Harry Giesel calls strike 3. And that's it for Hemsley. He's going to strike out. And Mack will be the third man up. 2 out. Let me go back to the regular chart. 166. Again, it's not the Workman or Gilded. Is he a whiff? He's not a whiffer. Not many of those in this era. It's a ground out to the third baseman, and again we will go to the experience chart to start the next inning, and that will be led off by. Let me get Mack out of here. So Feller will lead off the next inning, and batting for the White Sox will be Tresh, who is a semi-prospect. So Feller is neutral. So slight advantage to Feller here as they face each other to start the bottom of the 7th. The Indians on top 3-0. 55. Again, full count. Batter steps out of the box. Let's see what Harry Giesel calls this time. It's a walk. Yep, this time he's going to call a walk. So a ball 4, and Tresh takes his base. All right, so we're going to go back to Smith. The Chicago bullpen is not very strong. I don't know whether they should pinch hit or not. I'm kind of debating. I mean, it's hard to think of pulling a pitcher who's only given up 2 hits. At the same time, there's only a couple more innings to go, and you're down by 3. So I think at least you got to consider it. So let's let the decider die make the decision. We're going to pinch hit. And we're going to pinch hit. So that's going to be it for Eddie Smith. And coming into bat for the White Sox with a man on will be, Ken Silvestri. This is Ken Silvestri's rookie year. He's got had quite the stats. Semi-slugger, home run king, semi-patient whiffer. Not a great average, but a big hit here would be great. Let's let him bat. Unless they got somebody that can get on base. Maybe that'd be smarter. We got Larry Rosenthal's hero battle. Let's save Silvestri for the later innings. We'll use Rosenthal. How about? So Larry Rosenthal will pinch hit for Smith. He's a hero and patient with a delta rating triple. So here we go. Feller facing Rosenthal. And here's the pitch. 1 man on. 2-2-3. Feller is not wild. Oh, Slugger. Oh, that would have been good. Slugger would have struck out, but he is neither a strugger nor a utility, so it looks like Rosenthal is going to get a single to left field. How about that? That will put 2 men on and nobody out, and I think we may have to give Feller the hook. So Rosenthal gets on with a pinch hit single. That will bring up the top of the order and Kennedy, and I don't know. Nobody out. Can Feller get out of this one? He is semi-fresh at this point. He is an ace. Cleveland bullpen is not particularly spectacular. We'll roll the decide or die. Dot, he's going to stay in. No, he's coming out. All right, so the Indians have seen enough of Feller, I guess, and try to protect this lead. We'll bring in. They got. I guess really their best guy is Eisenstadt. Dobson is their workhorse reliever. Eisenstadt is their better reliever. I mean, maybe they'll hold on to Eisenstadt in case they really need him. Let's go ahead and go bring in Dobson. So Joe Dobson takes the mound for the Indians. And he'll be an ace for the first batter. Kennedy leading the leadoff batter with 2 men on, nobody out. The White Sox trailing 3-0. And here's the pitch. 1, 2, 4. Does he have control? He does not have control. Is Kennedy eager? He's semi-eager. Oh, he is eager. Popped out. He reached for it. Reached for a bad pitch. And that's a key pop-out for Kennedy. That was helpful for the Indians' cause. And now Joe Cool, who's got a walk and a single to go along with the ground out, facing Dobson now with 1 out. A double play will end the inning. It happened once before. Can it happen again for the Indians? There's the pitch. 1-5-6. Oh, we're going to have outfield drama. Oh, but it's not going to be a black die lead. So it's normal outfield drama. Was outfield or infield? It's going to be outfield drama. So the ball's hit to the outfield. 14. Right fielder Gold. No, that's Chapman, who's normal. He's not going to be able to make the play. It's going to be a single. He's not iron, so it is going to drive in a run at least. So, or will it? No, it won't. It's, lead die 1. So it's a single that's going to load the bases. And that'll bring Krevich. Let me see. We're going to use the experience chart for this next at bat. Well, we got some drama going on here. The White Sox have loaded the bases with 1 out. It is the bottom of the 7th, and Mike Krevich, who has struck out twice, now at bat for the White Sox. Feller's out of there. 3-5-6. Let's see. I want to make sure I use the right. Hold on. I got to use the. I don't want to roll 3. I'm going to roll 2 because I'm using the experience chart. So Krevich is a semi-icon. Dobson's a semi-prospect. Oh, bad call. Definite advantage to Krevich here. I'm going to have to use the dot, though. Here we go. 25. Icon batter. Oh, he didn't get the dot, so he's not an icon. That would have been a chopped single that would have scored a run, but instead it's a line out to the third baseman. Everybody holds. Wow. Oh, that was a big decider dot right there. So a line out for Krevich. And now there's 2 outs. Nobody in. Can Dobson get out of it? That was a huge break. You can just visualize that. What a bad time to line out to the third baseman. All right, so Solters is up to Solters to bring somebody in. Bases are loaded, but now 2 out. Dobson trying to work through the jam. There's the pitch. 566. Not wild. Is he a good eye? Oh, Solters is not a good eye. Struck him out. Dobson with the big strikeout. Whoa. That's some key pitching for a workman, huh? So he gets out of the inning. Nobody scores for the White Sox. That's pretty unbelievable. So we're going to go to the right now chart for the next at bat. Although I believe we're going to have a pinch hitter, so it's going to take us right back to the main chart. Well, how about that? Wow, Dobson comes on and manages to work through the jam. So no run score for the White Sox. We go to the top of the 8th, and it'll be a pinch hitter for Dobson. Pitching for the White Sox will be, let's see who they've got. they too have a rather weak bullpen. I guess we got to go with Clint Brown, who can pitch a couple of innings of closing. He's just got control, so he'll be the pitcher. The pinch hitter for the Indians will be, let's see who we'll use here. Soupy Campbell, Odell Hale. Nothing exciting there. Bo Bell, we'll go with Bo Bell. Bo Bell will be the pinch hitter. And here we go. 4-4-5. Workman pitcher. Now he's not just a neutral pitcher. He's a patient batter. He is not, so it'll be just a ground out to the first bases. So pinch hit ground out for Bell. I'll put him back on the bottom of the stack. And Brown will now face the leadoff batter for the Indians, Lou Boudreau. Let me mark this off here. So Smith pitched pretty well and is going to get probably tagged with a loss despite giving up only 2 hits and striking out 4. Okay, so here's Boudreau. 2-4-6. Has he got control? That's the one quality he has, to grind out to the pitcher. Just picks it up and tosses him out all on his own. 2 down. Here's Weatherly. 2-3-4. Oh, let me get these base runners off of here. 2-3-4. Runners on base. We did for a moment. Those are the wrong. Those are last innings runners. So we do not have runners on base. Is he the hot batter? He is. Let me see. Where am I in here? Weatherly is the hot batter. He is the hot batter. Hits it to the fence. Whoa. Let's see now. He is just a neutral batter, neither scrapper nor slugger. He's going to get a hold of this and knock out a double. So a 2-base hit for Weatherly puts a man in scoring position with 2 out. And here's Chapman. Let me make sure I mark this off. This is Brown pitching. And here's Chapman. See if he can knock him in. 4-5-5. Flash, he does not have flash. Home run king, he is not. It's a ground out to the first base to end the inning. All right. So a little excitement there for the Indians, but nobody in. No score. Bottom of the 8th. It's still 3-0 Cleveland. And Dobson will stay in for one more inning. But he's on a short leash. Okay, so it's 3-0. Bottom of the 8th. Cleveland on top. White Sox batting, leading off with none other than Hall of Famer Luke Appling. 3-3-5. Not a wild pitcher, not a sad sack batter. It's a single to right field, and he's going to steal a base. It says stoic holds. Oh, but he is stoic. So he decided against that, going for the extra base, and he'll just take the single. But that's a man on for the White Sox to start off the inning. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits for the White Sox, but no runs. Taffy Wright, who is 3 for 3. This might be a good time to walk to the mound. Let's see if he can make it 4 for 4. I don't know. 466. Control. Dobson does not have control. In this case, though, that's good. Is he a home run king or a slugger? He is neither. He's a scrapper. So it's a difficult ground out that's going to advance the base runner. So Wright doesn't get the hit, but he does advance the runner. And that brings up McNair with 1 out. 256. Struggler pitcher? No. Champion or patient? He is not. Infield drama, and nope, the lead die is not black. I kind of like that cold weather rule. It's kind of fun. 13. Third baseman iron. Who is the third baseman? No, that's Keltner's Gold. What was I thinking? It's a routine ground out, easily handled by Keltner. No problem. So 2 down. And here's Tresh. 4-4-5. Workman pitcher. Oh, he is a workman. It's a double to right field. Oh, but he's got the Sigma rating, so instead of a double, it's going to be a single. So Tresh is going to hash out a single, but that is going to score a run. So an RBI single for Tresh scores Appling, and the White Sox have a run in. And looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Brown. Let's see. That now we'll do. Now we'll go with Silvestri. This is a good time to put Ken Silvestri at the plate. So let's bring him on. With 2 out, 1 on. Silvestri, semi-slugger, home run king, semi-patient, and whiffer. Going for the big hit. And here we go. The look and the pitch. 266. Oh, that's the runner on first thrown out. Oh, no. So Trash gets pegged off first. Trying to get in scoring position, I guess. So that'll end the inning. So Silvestri will have to go back to the bench. All right, so nobody in for the Sox. We go to the ninth, top of the ninth. It's still, well, no, it's 3-1. I'm sorry, I misspoke. 1 run did score. It's 3-1 going to the top of the ninth. All right, on the mound, Brown is out of there. Excuse me. So we'll bring in Pete Appleton, who's about the best that they have after Brown. Let's see here. I think they would have liked to have gotten another inning out of him. And they'll be facing Trotsky to lead off the inning. So Dobson is going to come out. Let's see here. Well, we'll deal with that in a moment. I'm going to be bringing in Eisenstadt to wrap it up. All right, so top of the ninth, Appleton on the mound for the White Sox facing Trotsky, who tripled, the big triple that scored all 3 runs. He'll be the MVP of this game, or the star player anyway, should the Indians hold on. 1-4-4. Flash. He does not have flash. Is he a hero? He's a semi-hero, but no dot. And he's not a whiffer. It's just a ground out to the shortstop. So Trotsky grounds out. 1 down. Here's Keltner, Heath. 2-2-6. That is going to be the hit by pitch, and he is hit by a pitch this time. So Appleton, a little bit either chilly or nervous, puts Heath on base. And now Keltner, who's made a couple of great plays in the field. 1 out, 1 on. 3-3-4. Ace or star? He's neither. Sad sack batter. No, it's going to be a single left field unless he is eager, but he's not. So that is going to move the runner to third. 2 on now against Appleton. Keltner gets the base hit. Trying to pad the lead. Here's Hemsley. And here we go. 3-5-5. Struggler. He's a semi-struggler. Oh, fortunately, he did not get the dot. Hemsley's not a champion, so it's going to be a ground out to the second baseman, which I believe is going to score a runner. So, yes. Ground out. We'll put Heath across the plate. And we have another run in for the Indians. 2 out, though. Man on second is 4-1. And here's Mack. Ray Mack, who grounded out, got on first with an error, scored a run in that big 6th inning. 1-2-3. I think that is going to do it right there. He is fresh, but not flash. It'll be just a ground out to the shortstop. So a ground out will end the inning. And we go to the bottom of the ninth. It is 4-1 Cleveland. I think that was the final score of the real game is 1-0. I was going to say, I think that was the real score. 4-1, Cleveland on top. One last shot for the White Sox. Now, I'm not sure. I believe Silvestri can come back to bat. I don't know if I've ever had this situation where the pinch hitter was the last out of the inning. And so he didn't complete his at-bat. I'm not sure whether he can come back to bat again. I'm going to say I'm going to go ahead and have somebody else bat. But that does bring up a good question. I think he can. We will use, see if they got anybody else of any value. Not really. Oh, well, we'll let, We already used their best guy. We'll let Skeeter Webb go ahead and bat. And save Sylvester if we really need him. I'm going to kill myself if I get a slugger or a home run king result here. All right, so Webb's going to pinch hit. Actually, you know, I think that well, here. Got to make a pitching change too. So Eisenstadt is in for the Indians. And we'll have Webb lead off as the pinch hitter. And here we go. 1-2-6. Fresh? Oh, yes. Line out. So Silvestri or Webb wouldn't have mattered because Eisenstadt is fresh. Here's Kennedy with 1 out. 3, 5, 6. That's the same result. Lefty versus righty. So that's going to be a base hit for Kennedy. So Kennedy's going to get on. And here comes Cool. 1 out, 1 on. Down by 3. It's 4-1 Cleveland. Here's Cool. 266. Oh, that's the runner on first thrown out. How about that? Well, that's our second guy to get tagged. So now there's 2 outs, and here comes Krevich. I'm sorry. Cool is still at bat, isn't he? What am I saying here? Cool will have the last out. 4, 5, 6. Patience. He's not. Fly out to center field, and that will do it. So just a little bit of noise on the part of the White Sox, but nobody in. And our final score will be Cleveland 4, Chicago 1. Looking at the line score, the Sox got a lot of hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits, and did they get in there? A couple of walks. Not that many walks this game. I'm just looking at the score. I don't believe doesn't look like the White Sox gave up a walk at all, which is unusual for this era. Fell in the Indians with 2 walks. So there's your final score. Chicago dropping a 4-1 decision to the Cleveland Indians on opening day 1940 at the cold of Comiskey Park. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the game. It was fun. It's the first, like I said, it's the first time I've used the weather effects and used the cold weather feature, and I thought that was kind of cool, actually, that it came into play a couple times. I will definitely give that a thought in the future games for you, especially in these opening day games in cold weather places. So, again, the final score, Cleveland 4, Chicago 1. Bob Feller did not get the no-hitter. He did not get a complete game. He does get the win, though, and actually had a pretty good pitching performance, notwithstanding. So, let's see. Next Tuesday night, it's back to the Game Gab. We've gotten some good submissions for our rodeo game, some good ideas. We'll continue the discussion on that. A couple of new people are joining the discussion who have some background in rodeo, so that'll be exciting to visit with them. So plan on joining us Tuesday night. Then next Thursday night, we will. What is our Thursday night thing? I was going to say
Fury Hardball.
It's Fury Hardball. We're gonna show off our Fury Hardball new game materials. And I think you'll be pretty excited to see them. We'll play a game. We'll use the new Fury die, and it's pretty sweet. I think you'll really enjoy watching it. So that'll be next Thursday night here on the Play Biz. So have a great weekend. Stay safe. Stay well. And we'll plan on touching base with you either on the Facebook page or on the forum or somewhere, somehow between now and Tuesday. Otherwise, we'll see you Tuesday for Game Gab. Have a great weekend, and thanks a lot for being part of the Play Games community.